Hi everyone, it's Lehman with Lace Covered Skies. I'm here today with a library fill-a-bag sale, and this sale happened on 3 days, and they were kind of bringing out new things every day. So I went on all 3 days, and the first day was definitely the best. I basically beelined it to these books that I've only ever found one of, and ironically it was also at another library sale, but I got the whole series this time, and last time I only found one book. So that was definitely the highlight, and I'm gonna save that for the end. But this library sale was not that good. I like fill a bag for $1 or fill a bag for $2, but this one was fill a bag for $5. And I mean, they were very lenient with the bag because I brought a rolling cart and I put a huge bag in there. So they considered that just one bag, which was really cool. But each day I had to make sure that I found enough books that would make it worth the $5. And yeah, so I'm not going to show you like everything I got because not all of them were for junk journals. Some of those things might be in here and I'll go ahead and show you those, but a lot of the books that were not for junk journals, I already moved them somewhere else. But let's get started with this. This was in the children's book section, and it's a Kate Greenaway book, and the illustrations, of course, are just really adorable. Okay, I don't know if my camera is dusty, but I'm just gonna clean it off really quick. If I can find the viewfinder. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So this book is just super cute. I think I have some other ones with her illustrations in them, so I can't wait to use this. You guys, I have so many books here. It's like crowding this area. All right, these are those, I feel like this is from the 80s. This is from 1978. Better Homes and Garden, these types of, I thought they were boring books when I was a kid. But this is one of those things where I just kind of threw it in there. There are some cool plant images that I could use, maybe more for glue books than anything else, but some of them do look kind of vintage. So I would use some of them for like a botanical journal. But yeah. So I got that, and then this, I think that's that would be good for like a glue book, not really a junk journal. I think I was thinking more, I think these do look a little bit vintage, so I like that. And okay, something just fell. I do like those images. So they are a little bit vintage, which I like, especially something like this. But if they don't fit with the style that I'm working on, these can totally go into glue books. This is just a book that I remember from my childhood. I think my copy wasn't so picture booky back then. It was almost like a small chapter book, like a beginning chapter book. But I kind of want to reread the story because I remember that title. Berenstain Bears, love them. All right, this was like a filler. Actually, a lot of these ones are, so I'm just going to show you what I got. These are just for me to read. The Geography of You and Me. Hope it's interesting. If not, it's a white cover, which I love finding white covers. And I like this size, so it could be for a junk journal if I don't end up liking the story. Otherwise engaged, I think this looked interesting to me for reading. If not, could definitely use this. I like the size of it. I've been listening to some booktubers, and the way they like talk about books, it's so interesting. I've always been a reader, like growing up, and I write a lot as well, or used to write more. But so books are always something I love. This is a white cover inside as well, so if I don't like the story, I can definitely use it. It says slight water damage. I don't really see any water damage. I got that, and then I got this biography. I love reading biographies, and I do know the story of Lucille Ball, and gosh, it's sad. I mean, her relationship with Desi Arnaz. But I'm really fascinated by their story. So I've watched a lot of documentaries and movies about their life, but I think this will be interesting to read. And I guess it's about her entire life. So I think that's going to be fun to read if I ever find time to read. Okay, I guess I'm showing you guys the fillers first because I see a lot of fillers on the top here. And let's try to get through all of this in one video. This one also looked interesting, and it's a white cover as well, and I love the size. So if I don't end up loving it, I can always repurpose that. I think I liked the cover of this for a little junk journal. Oh, it's poetry. It might be interesting to read. Or maybe it's just written in a different way. Judy Blume. Love Judy Blume. I think I read this as a child before. This is a new cover, I think. But I love children's literature, so I can always read that. And then I found some movies. Okay, sorry, this first part is very not junk journal-y. But these were, you just throw it in the bag and it was included. I've been wanting to watch this, and I love watching period pieces when I work on stuff because it's like inspiring. I wanted to watch this movie and I never did, so I got that. I love this movie. I'm not dying to see this, but it was there, so I got it. Got this. I think I've seen this, and I really like, I'm not a fairy tale person or a Disney person, but I like these versions that are real life. I thought this might be interesting to watch. I love these movies by Wes Anderson. Love them, and I've seen this, but I wanted that. And then this is also one that I love watching. I read the book as well, as I junk journal because it's that time period. All right, let's see what we have next. Okay, more fillers. Actually, this one's not a filler. All right, I thought this might be interesting to read. Hopefully it is. I really want to get into reading more. maybe I'll read in the park this summer. All right, just to be outside. But these are 2 books that I have been looking for a few years now. They are large print books, and I always try to look for them when I go to the thrift store, but I can never find them. Like one time there was a whole box of them, and I was like, oh, I'll never need that. But then I started getting into glue books, and then I was like, I need those. And they were gone. So when I saw 2 of these, I made sure I grabbed them. And the reason why I want them is because when you do like an art journal page or even a glue book, you can take out different like phrases or words and put them as captions. So I'm super excited about this. The Accidental Bride. Maybe that'll be interesting to read too. This looks scary, so I would never read that, but can't wait to use those. Something I actually don't have. And I found this little book. It's very little, like the size of my hand. It's pretty thick. I thought it would be interesting to use as the cover and spine. It is very damaged, but that's easy to patch back up. But I liked the size of that, so I'm gonna use that for a little journal. And then, okay, this is a big one here. I need to stand up. These books are so heavy. Okay, this is one of the stars of the show. It's an illustrated encyclopedia of trees, and I think it's ideal, if I remember correctly. Yes. So lots of nature illustrations that I can fussy cut out. I'm always looking for these types of books. And if I don't fussy cut them out, like if it's not like super interesting, I love using these as pages. And it's just full of color, full of illustrations. Let's see, there's a 2002. So for it being 2002, I really like the look of the illustrations. I always feel like I need to hoard books like this. So I'm glad I found like this huge, thick one with it's like chock full of drawings. All right. So I'm in a really awkward position trying to get these books out. All right. Now this one was really cool. This is good for a glue book in my opinion. And there's a little bonus card in here, library card in pocket. First printing is 1976, but this particular book is the 3rd printing, 1977, and it's just full of houses. I was thinking of doing like pages in my glue book of houses, and so that's kind of what I thought this would be good for. And I love this black and white, but I also thought it would be good for a glue book, like the background, and then put a focal image in the front. So I love this. And there's some vintage images. Let's see if I can. Okay, the cover is just plain. All right. Now this, I definitely was thinking more for a glue book. I'm always looking for flowers like this that I can cut out for glue books. And there's some pretty flowers in here. I always look for roses, but this could definitely go into a junk journal. These types of illustrations. Love that. Love that as well. So very happy with this one. This one is for a glue book. I just thought that some of these would go well as background pages. The photography is really nice. That would be a great glue book background page, as well as that one. And these would be great for smaller glue books, which I do plan on doing. Another garden book. And this one is not quite so impressive, but I think it would be good for glue books. Yeah, it's just okay. So got that. Oops, sorry for bumping the camera. Okay. Let me see how I can get these over there. All right, so I found some books in the crafting section. Actually, let's go over this first. This is definitely a glue book. Look at that. So pretty. There's lots of brilliant pages in here. Very epic feeling photography here. I think it's going to be so pretty in a glue book. This page flips out. Very cool. Wow. So pretty. Just really pretty. I'm not really like a landscape type person, or especially buildings and cities. I don't really like those types of pictures, but I think these are so pretty. It's just so like epic looking. All right, so this is in the crafting section, which I've done this in the past. I'm not very good at it, but I would love to practice. So I thought I could read through this first, and if I did want to use some of these later on, I definitely could. So I was excited about that. And then I thought this was so cute. I'm always like, I've seen doll books like this before, and I'm like, okay, I should get into that. But I really don't need another hobby. But it would be so fun to do. And I think I really wanted it because there were these templates back here. And this is cute. They're making dolls out of wooden spoons. And it doesn't take that much like artistic ability to draw this, but it looks so cute. This just looks like so much fun. I probably wouldn't attempt any of the stuffed animals. Look at that. So cute. But yeah. And then pressed flower art. So when I press my flowers, I just stick them in a book. I don't really know like how to do it. So I thought, I mean, of course I've looked at videos and things like that, but I thought this would be a cool book to just kind of read through. And if I wanted to use the pictures of the pressed flowers, I could definitely do that. I'm trying to look, yeah, just maybe some of these. So got that. And then I found some more craft books. I don't crochet much, but one thing I can crochet is a granny square. And I've done this type where you start with a color and then you just make one big granny square that goes out. But I just thought I would get this. I think I might have seen like one design in here that I liked or something. But, oh, this. I thought that was pretty cool. And, I mean, I'm really bad at like counting stitches and doing all that and learning different stitches. But I think I got this because I really like doing granny squares. So, if I could just crochet and only do granny squares, that would be great. And I got this other crochet book. I thought it might be simple enough to attempt. But yeah, I used to park kind of far from work. Like I had to walk like 3 or 4 blocks. And I remember I was working on a project one time, and as I was walking into work from the parking structure, I was just crocheting as I was walking. Like, this one, I'm not sure why I got this because I don't know how to knit. But got that. And then I got this because I thought these illustrations were kind of cool. But the cover is really cool. It's the same cover on the inside, so I could definitely use that for something like a junk journal cover. But I also like reading about people in history, so I thought I could read this as well. And then I found this pretty big coffee table book, interior decoration. I like these matte pages. It's in Roman numerals, the dreaded Roman numerals. Let me see if I can figure it out. 1960 maybe. I kind of just look at the last numbers. I think this might be from 1960. I love these matte pages. They're very thick. And the time period in here, I really liked all these cool rooms. The colors. Yeah, this is another one I really wanted. Look at this. Just so colorful and like over the top, but it works. I think I'm much more into this like eclectic type decor like this. I love the wallpaper, love all these plants, love the texture with the brick on the ground. I'm not like a minimalist, so I feel like homes back then were much more interesting to me. Even this, there's just so much going on. I like that a lot. But definitely going to be able to use the images in this book. Wow, this haul is getting really long. Alright, and then I found this, another coffee table book. And I'm pretty sure this is for glue books. Yeah, I could just use the background. Use the pages for background pages in glue books. Alright, so the thing that I found that made the first day, and I've showed you all 3 days, but made the first day so worth it, is coming up. But before that, I just found this little book that I don't remember this one, but this would be a very cool cover. Let's see if there's copyright 2007, so it's not old, but it's pretty cool. Okay. Now the series of books that I found that made this worth it were these make it yourself books. They're sewing books. I believe it's all sewing, but I found a whole series of them, and just so cool. I found one of these before, and now I have many. This is copyright 1975, I believe, or 1967, I'm not sure. But the cover alone makes it worth it, because it'd be such a cool junk journal cover, or maybe glue book, but I think it's too cool to just be a glue book. But look at these. So many pictures inside. There's just so many pictures that just taking all the pictures in here and turning them into pages and ephemera, that alone would make a pretty thick junk journal for each of these. And then adding whatever other like 70s type stuff. Yeah, it's so cool. Let's take a look into a few of them. Just look at some years. This is from 1975 as well, it looks like. Just such distinct time periods by looking at the pictures. Really cool. These would be good to include. I'm guessing all of them probably have that. So this cover, and then this cover. Let's see what year this is. Yep, these are all from like the same year, 1975. Let me just quickly show you the rest of the covers and then also count how many I have in total. But I saw like, I just saw one because it was on a shelf. And I just went straight over there and grabbed the whole stack without even looking at anything, without looking at the cover, the year or anything. I just put it in my bag. Super cute. This one's really cool. Yeah, this one, I love this one. And it looks very library booky, like just very like something you wouldn't find in a store. So I think that's why I liked these as well too. This is a really cool one. I love her boots with that dress. Let's just check the year one more time. Yep, 1975. But yeah, I was so happy to find these. I can't wait to make them into something. But if you liked this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. Please consider subscribing to my channel for more videos. And thank you so much for watching today, and I will talk to you next time. Bye everyone.